Nothing better. But good morning and welcome back to another week of training. This is a pretty exciting week because for one, it's an active recovery week, and who doesn't love a good old-fashioned active recovery week? But two, it's a fitness test week, and I haven't had a fitness test week obviously since the beginning of training, which was 9 weeks ago. So this will really be to see how much I have progressed over the past 9 weeks. So with that being said, this week I will be retesting the FTP on the bike. The second test I'll be doing is a run test, which will help me find my new threshold heart rate as well as my new threshold run pace. And then the last test that I'm doing is the swim test, which will be to find my critical swim speed. So if you watched the first video in this series, then you know what my test results were, and I wasn't like too excited about them, I guess you could say. I really thought it was gonna be better than that. Just remember, this is a starting point, Ashton. But listen, we all have to start from somewhere, right? So ever since then, I've been working my ass off, especially on the bike and on the swim too, I feel like, to really improve and make sure that I am ready for this week. If you haven't seen any of these videos beforehand, then my fitness test results from week 1 were as follows. My FTP on the bike was 186. For the run test, my heart rate threshold was 167 and my threshold run pace was 834. And this was the pace that I could sustain for that 30-minute test. And then for the swim, my critical swim speed, or CSS, was 204. So yeah, time to see how much I have improved. And today I will actually be doing the FTP test on the bike, which I'm pumped for, kind of. I just hope I am better than I was at the very beginning. Again, I'm trying not to have expectations going into this because I did that last time, and it honestly put me in a bad mental state. Really, the goal going into this is just to give it my all, push as hard as I can, and let's just see what happens, right? I mean, I've been working my ass off the past 9 weeks, so as long as it's better than it was at the beginning, I will be happy because progress is happiness. So with that being said, let's just get this bad boy going. One more thing before I get going though, please make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Again, I'm documenting what it's like to train for an Ironman, and I'm documenting every single week of training. If you are new and you haven't seen any other videos, I am training for Ironman Lake Placid, which is July 21st. So we're still a little far out, but you know, we got a lot of work to put in before then to make sure we're ready. But one other thing before we get started, make sure you give this video a thumbs up as well, because I think it correlates to the amount of power that I can put in on the bike for this test. So the more likes, hopefully the stronger I'll be. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. So let's get started. All right, here we go. I don't know why I'm nervous today. Let's just have some fun. But right now, to start off, I have a 5-minute warm-up. So just a free ride, get the blood pumping in the legs. But I am doing this fitness test, or the FTP test, on Zwift. It's a ramp test. It will slowly go up 20 watts every minute. And basically you just go till you can't go anymore. So again, my FTP was 186 last time around. So let's see what we can get it to this time. I wanted to also point out a comment that someone left on my last video regarding the FTP test. He mentioned in the comment that with the ramp test, it really comes down to how long you can suffer for. And that couldn't be any closer to the truth. This test is just about suffering and how long you can suffer for. So with that being said, let's get ready to suffer, baby. And here we go. 1 minute at 100 watts. I need to reduce the power a little bit. It's always easy at first, but then it gets hard. You can go from 1 minute you feeling like you're on top of the world to the next minute feeling like you're laying in this lava that's on the screen. So gotta get some good music going. Sometimes when you're not pushing watts that hard, it's hard to keep it where it's supposed to be. I'm fine to I'm toast pretty quickly. It's not lying. Let's see how fast that happens today though. All right, 200. Last time I could only get to 300 watts. Let's see if I can get over that today. Heart rate's starting to get up. Deep breaths. Starting to feel it in the legs. This is where I died off last time. How much are we suffering today? Huh? Suffer. Oh, fuck. I can't. I can't. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. My FTP is now 227. Oh my God. Let's go. It's almost 30 more higher than the first one. Talk about suffering. I feel like I'm dying right now. I can't feel my legs. 227. Progress is happiness. I am so happy about that. Hard work pays off, man. I was struggling there at the end, but mentally I was just like, dude, just keep pushing. We always can go so much farther than we think we can. See, now that sets the tone moving forward in training. 227. I started at 186. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy. Let's just enjoy this for the day. Enjoy this win. We stacked bricks, slowly building that house. Now I gotta recover. I can't feel my legs right now. Get some electrolytes in me, and then we got the run test tomorrow. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right, good morning. Today I have the run test. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently than I did it at the beginning of training. At the beginning of training, I did it on the treadmill inside, but I asked a lot of people in some of the Ironman Facebook groups, like, is it better to do the run fitness test outside or inside? And every single person said outside. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm doing it outside. I found like an oval spot in Central Park that's actually flat, surprisingly. So currently doing a zone 2 warm-up jog to get there. And then once I get there, I have a 30-minute run test, basically just going at the fastest pace I can sustain for that 30 minutes. Now again, the goal here is to find my heart rate threshold as well as my threshold run pace. At the beginning of training, my heart rate threshold was the 167 and my threshold run pace was 834. Time to see how much those have improved. Obviously, it'll probably be a little bit different since I'm doing it outside this time, but there's really only one way to find out, and that's just doing it. So let's go. All right, the 30-minute run test is officially underway. Got a nice little view along the way. So let's go, baby. Let's go. Over halfway, but I'm struggling. Just trying to mentally stay strong. Oh shit. Just finished the test. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta sit down. Screw the cool down. Oh shit. Man. That was tough. It's definitely in the 7s for that average pace now. That's for sure. I was really pushing. I definitely went a lot harder that time than I did the first time. I feel like I go so much faster outside than inside on a treadmill. But towards the end, I was starting to die off a little bit. And then a fucking dog started chasing me. So that made me pick it back up. That dog thought it was doing me a disservice, but actually it helped. Whew, man, what a test. I won't know the results till I get home. So now I'm gonna head home. I'll do a light jog for the cool down. And then I'll pull up the test and the results and training peaks, because I gotta separate the 30 minutes from the rest of the run, figure out what the thresholds are. So, hell yeah though. I felt pretty strong, honestly. Oh, thank God. So I made it back home, and now what I need to do is go into Training Peaks and really look at what my average heart rate was for that 30-minute test, as well as my average run pace. As you can see, I'll put up on the screen, I am in Training Peaks right now. Again, if you're new to this and you've never seen this, this is the platform where my training plan is uploaded into, so I can see my workouts for each day, as well as it logs all your data for each workout and makes sure you hit it right. So this was the run test, and again, the goal for today was to figure out my threshold run pace and my threshold heart rate for that 30-minute period. So what we need to do is go into Analyze, and I have to set apart that 30 minutes from the warm up and the cool down, because obviously I don't want that warm up and cool down to be part of these results, because that would probably not be good. So what I'm going to do is split this apart. This is the 30 minutes. You can tell by the green line, because this is where my pace really picked up for that 30 minutes. And here we are, it's 31 minutes and 10 seconds is that block, but whatever. We don't need to be scientists here, it's close enough. So now what I'm gonna do, now that I have that separated, is I'm gonna scroll down over here on the right and come down to my averages. So my averages are right here, and the first thing we wanna find is the pace. So what my average pace was for that 30 minutes, and it was 7 minutes and 31 seconds, which is really damn good for me. I'll be honest. I mean, I was pushing it really hard out there. I wanted to pass out at times, but that's the whole point of these tests, right? Is to figure out how much you can suffer for. But yeah, obviously that is a lot better than where I started at the beginning of training. Again, it was inside on a treadmill, so I feel like it was off a little bit, but I definitely feel like I have improved quite a bit. But the next thing we want to find now is my threshold heart rate. So the way you do that is to find the average heart rate for that 30-minute test. And here it is 160. So when I first did this, my threshold heart rate was 167, and now it's 160. So the fact that my pace got faster and my heart rate came down means that my aerobic base, I feel like, is getting stronger. I feel like my muscles are learning how to push more oxygen to them, and my heart rate is slowly coming down the harder I push in a workout, which is a good sign, I think. At least that's what I've been looking up. Overall, it was a really good run test. I'm really proud of the results from it. And yeah, we're slowly getting better. So I only have one more fitness test left, and that is the swim test to find my critical swim speed. And that's tomorrow. That will be an interesting one, because it's gonna be the exact same conditions as it was for the first test. And I really feel like I've picked it up on the swim lately, so I'm excited to see what those test results are. Other than that, just gotta work today, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the swim test. Well, good morning. Today is the final fitness test of the week. Today is the swim test, and the objective today is to find my critical swim speed, or CSS. For this, if you've never really heard of CSS or know what critical swim speed is, I would assume that most of the people that watch this channel probably do. But basically, it's just the average pace that I would be able to sustain for a 1,500-yard time trial. But really the most important thing of it is it's the pace that I will be using throughout training moving forward that will help me build my aerobic base. Again, if you watched the first video in the series, or if you remember at the beginning of this video, my CSS when I first started training was 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So today we will see how much that has improved. I've been really focused a lot on my swimming lately. I still haven't gotten a swimming coach or taken swimming classes, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, like you guys are watching this one. And I feel like I have improved a lot, especially with my stroke and my breathing. So we shall see if that is the case and see if I actually have improved. So I'm gonna go in, get this workout done. Again, the two main parts of the test are, it's a 200-yard time trial, and then a 400-yard time trial. Now I gotta put them in the calculator at the end, so I'll do that when I get home. So we're gonna go do this, and I will see you guys back at home, and we will calculate my new CSS. All right, so I am back from doing the swim test, and I must say, I'm pretty happy with how it went. I mean, I don't know what my critical swim speed is yet. I'm about to put it into the calculator, but I did go ahead and mark down what my 400-yard time was and my 200-yard time. It was cool looking back to see what it was at the beginning of training. So at the beginning of training, my 400-yard time was 8 minutes and 31 seconds. Today, it it was 6 minutes and 51 seconds. So that's a hell of an improvement. I mean, I've been working my ass off in the swim, so it's so exciting to see that starting to pay off. And then for the 200 yards, at the beginning of training, it was 4 minutes and 5 seconds. And then today, it was 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So with that being said, I would expect my CSS to be a lot better. I'm really happy right now about this just because swimming is definitely my weakness. And to see that I'm actually making progress is extremely exciting for me. So let me just start recording my screen and I will go ahead and put in those times into the calculator. So again, the 400-yard time was 6 minutes and 51 seconds. And then the 200 time was 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So now I just gotta hit calculate my critical swim speed, and there it is. Let's go. 1 minute and 47 seconds. Hell yeah, that's a lot better than where I started. Again, at the beginning it was 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and now it's 1 minute and 47 seconds. So that just goes to show, man, like if you just trust the training, you show up every day to do the work, like you will improve. I'm so happy with this week so far and how I've progressed, and I'm pumped to now obviously enter all these new zones into my training plan, and now it'll push me a little bit more to hit my new thresholds. It will make me swim at my new CSS, and hopefully we will continue to improve. So I'm pumped, man. God, and like I've said before, and I will keep on saying, progress is happiness. Hell yeah, let's go. Good morning and happy Friday. This morning I just have a 15-minute zone 2 run, but I'm actually gonna end the week here because this video I really just wanted to focus on the fitness test, and then this weekend I just have 2 more training sessions, but they're easy active recovery sessions. But anyways, just wanted to end talking about comparison and how it's so easy to want to compare your results on fitness tests, maybe race results to other people, and it just has such a negative impact on your mind. So please don't compare your test results or race results to mine unless they're better. Then you should feel good about that, which they might be. I'm not the best, but I learned early on in training that if I compare my results to other people's, then it's not gonna be fun. Nothing throughout this process is gonna be fun. And what's the point of doing it if you don't enjoy it along the way? What I focused on going into this test week was only how my results compared to my results at the beginning of training. I didn't compare them to what anyone else has gotten. That's what I did at the beginning, and it just put me in a bad mind state. So only focus on your results and what you did last time and how you've gotten them better. And that rolls over into other aspects of life. Just focus on how you're growing day in and day out, and you'll be happy with that. So anyways, thanks for watching this week. Again, make sure you subscribe if you want to keep following along my journey of training for my first Ironman. Again, it's Lake Placid in July. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week for another week of training.